Ashley, you're the most caring, smart, patient, and just fun to be around person that I've ever met, and it's such a privilege to be able to marry you today. I truly think that we were meant to be from the very beginning. We became best friends the second we met in your driveway with Kevin during junior year. We first started dating over 6 years ago, which still seems crazy to me. We even survived 4 years of long distance during college, where our love never wavered for a single second. We've traveled to New York, Florida, Texas, and all the way to California, and on every trip I've discovered a new reason to love you. I found out how constantly upbeat you are during our first trip together to Charleston. I noticed how much you love and value family when we traveled to New York together. I couldn't believe how hilarious you were after we spent a whole week together in California. And even after we've been dating for 6 years, you showed me new ways that you could be selfless while we were in Texas this summer. The thing is, I notice things like that every single day. I may not always point them out, but you should know that you brighten every single day in my life. You've been with me to celebrate my biggest triumphs and comfort me during my worst failures. Similarly, I'll always be there to support you. Everything from celebrations like this to any adversity we might face. I'll be by your side for the births of our future children, for career changes, and for all the other big events. But I'll also be there for the small things, listening when you've had a rough day, or just letting you put your freezing feet on me to warm up in the winter. I have many flaws, but I promise to continue to work to improve those. I'll try to always show my appreciation for you, be less stubborn, less critical, show more empathy, and most of all, listen to you more. I mention these improvements because I understand that I'm not just committing to marry you now, I'm committing to a union with an ever-changing, ever-growing person. Just like you're so much different now than when we met 7 years ago, I know you'll be so much different 7 years in the future, and 20, and 50. But I'm looking forward more to nothing more than looking back 50 years from now to see how much our love has changed and grown to become stronger than we could ever fathom today. You're my best friend, my rock, and my soulmate. I love you now, and I forever will.
Jared, someone once told me that fairy tales didn't exist. You wouldn't be swept off your feet as the screen fades to black. You wouldn't live happily ever after. But since meeting you, I know that is simply not true. You are undeniably my greatest fairy tale. You have far exceeded my expectations of how I imagine who my future husband would be. Even if I molded exactly what I would want in the father of my children and who I would want standing next to me when I'm old and gray, I would fall so short compared to my reality. You. Many people know that 7 years ago we went on our first date to see The Vow, but what they don't know is that as a gift on our 1-year anniversary, I gave you a photo album with my saved movie ticket stub and a promise written on the cover. So on our wedding day, I'll start with that. I vow to go on 1,000,000 dates with you, with an understanding that at least 50% of them involve sushi. I promise I will never stop learning about the amazing person you are and are going to be. I'm in awe of your love for God and life, how you always put others before yourself, and your kind heart. Following your example, I vow to share a full and loving life with God as our anchor and kindness as our first language. You are my love, my teacher, my biggest supporter, my soulmate, my best friend. But above all else, you are my home. Thank you for always being by my side, taking me to my first prom, spending countless hours FaceTiming me because we went to college 457 miles apart, letting me stick my ice-cold feet on you in our 73-degree house, supporting me through my different passions, matching me in silliness, and never taking life too seriously, and accepting all my flaws. There is no one I'd rather spend a life fiercely loving and dreaming with. I'm so incredibly excited to write this next chapter of our fairy tale with you as husband and wife. I love you.
Ashley and I met in Mr. Hubbard's marketing class. We had to go around kind of as like an icebreaker. We had to go around in state what kind of spice we were, like as a person, and then also our favorite holiday. And when it came to Ashley, she sat there and she said, "I'm pretty sure I'm sugar because I'm sweet." And and she said, "And my favorite holiday is Valentine's Day." And I was like, I have to get to know this girl.
We used to have a lot of deep, meaningful discussions, like the one we had when she was 3 or 4. And we were talking about the merits of having a niece versus a nephew. And she uttered the immortal line, "Girls are more better, right, Aunt Claire?" And I agreed, and we stayed with that for a while. And then she met Jared. And Jared is her, well, he's the boy version of Ashley. And by that I mean they're warm, they're loving, they're appreciative of each other, and I hope that never changes.
I'm telling you, there's times like after graduating from college, it'd be like, I haven't talked to my man Jared in a minute, like a couple months. I text him and the conversation jumping like nothing ever changed. You know, that's hard to find, like it's really hard to find. And like these two people are those type of people that are hard to find. And it's beautiful they're able to find each other. So, we out of them and wish you nothing but happiness and prosperity and everything, so.
Ashley, you are pure sunshine inside and out. I can honestly say you're my favorite person in the world. You're so much fun and always so kind to others and thoughtful. It bothers you if you ever think you've upset someone. You want the best for everyone. And now tonight, we all want the absolute best for you and Jared. I love you both so much. Cheers.